Hi guys, this topic is about writing playbooks. Start the playbook with 3 dashes here. Ansible YAML file comes with 2 space indentation. Here is an example of how a playbook looks like. The name of the playbook is Playbook 1. This is the host that we are going to access. We have 3 tasks here. Task 1 of Play 1. This is the debug module. Task 2 of Play 1 and Task 3 of Play 1. Before we start, let us configure the vim option. From the home directory, create a .vimrc file. The content of the .vimrc file, it makes up of 2 rows of options here. Let us look at each individual options here. AI instruct vim to automatically convert tabs into spaces using shift with settings. TS tab key use equal to 2 spaces. SW switch width equal to 2 settings for AI. ET backspace will be 2 spaces. NU display line number in editors. CUC display cursor colon the white line. This line configure the color scheme as desert. Now write a playbook to install and start Apache HTTP to the web server host. First task, install HTTPD services. Second task, copy the index.html file to the /var/www/html folder. Third task, enable and start the HTTPD services. Create a file called index.html and place it in the files folder. Place some contents into the index file. Run the playbook with a syntax check. Syntax check. No error message, that's good. Execute the playbook with the 3 tasks. Playbook runs with no errors. Let's examine the playbooks. You look for the host groups as web servers. Task number 1, install HTTP package. Task number 2, correct index.html file is present. Task number 3, start and enable HTTPD service. Most important, ensure there's 3 changes. Edit the website.yml file. Create a new task, task number 4, to enable firewall port 80. Lastly, we create another play called test intranet web server to test all the servers. Then we run the playbook one last time to make sure all our tasks, task 1, task 2, task 3 and task 4, and the second play runs successfully. This topic is about variables and facts. There are 22 ways to apply variables, and the precedence is from the lowest precedence number 1 to the highest precedence number 22. Precedence number 12 is variable in playbooks. From the playbook VARS column, put the variables as user and host. Precedent number 14, variables in files. We put these variables in a separate files called the users.yml. Putting variables in inventory files. Variables can be placed in inventory files under the servers group, space VARs, user equal to Jin. From the current folder, placing variables in group underscore vars and host underscore vars. Data center 1, we have package HTTP. Data center 2, we have package Apache. Host underscore var server 1, we have HTTPD. Host underscore var server 2, we have package Apache. Server 3, we have package MariaDB server. Server number 4, we have MySQL server. Use the 3 project / to view the hierarchy of the inventories. Lastly, the highest precedent is precedent number 22, using the -e to declare the variables from the command line. We can enable or disable Ansible facts by using the parameter gather_facts. No to disable, yes to enable. Let's run the Ansible playbook with Ansible facts disable and see what happens. So when we run the Ansible playbook facts YAML file, we can see that Ansible facts did not run on the screens. Let us now enable the Ansible facts by setting the parameter gather_facts to be yes. Then run the Ansible playbook facts.yml file and see what happens. You can see there are many facts that will be displayed on the screen. Let us look at an example of Ansible facts. This is an example of Ansible facts. We would like to find the IPv4 address of the server. So using this playbook here, we create a task to get the Ansible facts of the IPv4 address. Special variables called the magic variables from the Ansible. It can be found on the Ansible documentation. There's a whole list of magic variables that we can use. Now let us look at Ansible Vault. Create a hash password using OpenSSL and pipe to pw.txt file. When we view the file is made out of a string of hash password. We will use this hash password as our password. Rename the file from pw.txt to secret.yml. vim the secret.yml file, create a username as Ansible1 and the password hash as pwhash. Encrypt the secret.yml file with a password using the Ansible-vault encrypt secret.yml. And if we open the secret.yml file, you can see that it is encrypted with AES-256 encryption. So if we want to view the secret.yml file, we have to use the Ansible-vault view secret.yml. Enter the password 2 times and we can see the file content. Now we create the playbook create_user.yml file. This is to create user using the hash password. Name of the playbook is create user accounts for all our servers, host, web server. vir_files is secret.yml. Task. The first task is create user from secret.yml. Using user module, the name of user is in our secret.yml with a username. The password is pwhash. We run the syntax check using the --ask--vault-pass to prompt for the password from the secret.yml file. Then we run the playbook using the --ask-vault-pass to prompt for the password. Remove into server 1 to check that the Ansible 1 user are created. Now let's look at Ansible loops and conditions. First example, we'll look at how to create user using a list of users. We'll create the users. Host is server 1. This is a list of users. There's 4 users. And there's only one task. And the task using the name from the item list. State is present to be installed with looping the list _users. Check the syntax of the playbook, then we run the playbook. Playbook runs successfully. Task for server 1, the 4 users are created. Change equal to 1. We remove into server 1 to check that the 4 users are created. ID Ayomi, ID Akiko, ID Sayuri, ID Naomi. Example number 2, we create a playbook which will use as a boolean. Create a file called install_http_when_true.yml. In the playbook, the name of the playbook is simple boolean task demo. Host is all. Variables run_my_task is equal to true. This is the boolean. There's only one task. This is httpd package is installed. YAML with the name of httpd when run_my_task is equal to true. Run the syntax check on the playbook file. Then we run the playbook. Ansible-playbook space install_httpd_when_true.yml. Playbook runs successfully with the task http package is installed. Change equal to 1. Ansible is define condition. Create a file called httpd_is_install.yml. In the playbook, the name of playbook is test variables is defined. Demo. Host is all. Variable is my_service httpd. There's only one task. The name of the task is quotation double curly bracket my_service double close curly bracket package is installed quotation. When condition is my_service is defined. Run the Ansible playbook with a syntax check. Once the check is okay, run the Ansible playbook. Task number 1, HTTP package is installed. Server 1, change equal to 1. We look at Ansible in condition. Touch a file distro_is_supported.yml. Name of the playbook is demonstrate the in keywords. Host to all hosts. Getter facts is yes. Variable supported_distro is Red Hat and Fedora. Name of the task is install HTTP using YAM where supported. YAM module. Name is httpd, state is present, when condition Ansible_distribution in supported distro. Run the playbook with a syntax check. Once there's no error, run the playbook. Task install HTTP when using YAM where supported. Successfully installed to server 3, change is 1. Let's look at handlers and task failures. Example 1, handlers. Create a folder called files. Create a file called demo.example.conf.templates into the files directory. Create a YAML file called implement_handlers.yml. Name of the playbook is implement handlers. Host to all hosts. Task number 1, install Apache using DNF. The name is httpd. State is present. Second task, copy demo.example.conf configuration templates using templates module. Source is /demo.example.conf.templates. Destination is /etc/httpd/conf.d. /demo.example.conf. Notify the handlers with a notify with the name restart Apache. The name of the handlers are restart Apache using service module. Name is HTTP. State is restarted. Run the playbook with a syntax check. No error found. Run the playbook. First task, install Apache successful. Second task, successful by copying the files. So once successful, it will trigger the handlers to restart the Apache. Total change is 3. Example number 2, task failure. Edit the inventory file to group the web server to databases. Touch the playbook file as task_failure.yml. Name of the playbook is task failure exercise. Host to databases. VRS web_package is HTTPD. DB_package is MariaDB-server. DB_service is MariaDB. The name of the task is attempt to set up a web server. We group the tasks as block, rescues, and always. Under the block, there's one task. The name of the task is install web_package using DNF module. Name of the package is web_package. State is present. We set a condition as fill_when the package equal to HTTPD. Under the rescue block, there's one task. The task is called install db_package. Using DNF module, the name of the package is db_package. State is present. And under the always block, there's one task called start db_service. Using service module, name of this service is db_service. State started. We will attempt a fail on block task. Install web_package. This task will definitely fail. When it's failed, you'll do a rescue block. Install db_package. And then it will always run the block start db_service. Run the playbook with a syntax check. No error found. Run the playbook. Task number 1, install HTTPD package. Fail as our desired result. Task number 2, install MariaDB-server package. Change. Task number 3, start MariaDB service. Change. Total 2 changes and 1 failure. Let us look at host patterns. First, let us create inventory 1 as the inventory for this practice here. So we have ungroup servers, we have web servers, database, Shanghai, Tokyo, development stage, production, function, and the children, city children, and newly created hosts. Example 1, list all hosts. We can list all hosts by using a single quote, asterisk, single quote, -I space, inventory 1 space, -- list -hosts. This will list down all the hosts in the inventory 1 file. To list down all the hosts, we can also use the all command to list all the hosts. 17 hosts are found. Example number 2, list all the hosts with the star.example.com. 14 hosts are found. Example number 3, in our star.lab.example.com, 7 hosts are found. Example number 4, list 3 hosts. List the 3 hosts that you want to search separate by a comma. Total, we have 3 hosts are found. Example number 5, hosts start with 192.168 address. 3 hosts are found. Example number 6, start with an S. 10 hosts are found. Example number 7, in production group and start with 192 address. 11 hosts are found. Example number 8, in DB group and in Tokyo group. 2 hosts are found. This topic is about parallelism. Create Ansible.cfg file and create inventory file. From the inventory file, we create a group called web servers. Under the web server, we have server 1, server 2, and server 3. In the Ansible.cfg file, we create our standard Ansible configurations template. Inventory equal to inventory, remote user equal to Julia, become equal to true, become user equal to root, become method sudo, become ask password is false. To view the default port numbers, we use the Ansible-config space dump and pipe the fox. We can see that the default fox is always equal to 5. Touch install _apache.yml and touch remove _apache.yml file. From the install _apache.yml file, we create this playbook. The name of playbook update web server. Host is web server. Task, one task, name of the task is latest HTTPD package install. Using YAML module, name of the module to install HTTPD. State is latest. Create a notify to restart the HTTPD. The handler's name is restart HTTPD. Using service module, name of the service is HTTPD. Enable equal to S, state equal to restarted. From the remove underscore apache.yml playbook, we create a playbook named remove HTTPD. Host is web servers. One task. Task is disable HTTPD service. Service module, name of the service is HTTPD. Enable equal to no, state is stop. Second task, task name is remove HTTPD package. DNF module, name of the service HTTPD. State is absent. Let us run the Ansible playbook with a time command. Our real-time result is 5.364 seconds. Now run the remove underscore apache.yml file to remove the package. Now let us change the fork to equal to 1. Open the ansible.cfg file. Under the defaults section, create a new fork equal to 1, save the file. Run the Ansible with a time command again and see what time it takes. Now the real time takes 14.255 seconds. Run the remove underscore apache.yml file again to remove the HTTPD package. Open the ansible.cfg file and remove the fork equal to 1 statement. Then we go into the install underscore apache.yml playbook file. Set the serial equal to 1. Run the install underscore apache.yml playbook file with a time command again and see what time it takes. Now it takes 14.240 seconds. Run the remove underscore apache.yml playbook file to remove the HTTP packet. Edit the install underscore apache.yml file. Set the serial to 3. Run the install underscore apache.yml playbook with the time command and see what time it takes. It now takes 35.252 seconds. Remove the HTTPD package using the removed underscore apache.yml playbook. Open the ansible.cfg file. Set the forks equal to 3. Then run the playbook and see what time it takes. Real-time results is 5.659 seconds. Run the remove underscore apache.yml file to clean out the servers. This topic is about including and importing files. Here are the 3 formats for today's practice. Ansible CFG inventory file, playbook.yml file. Create a folder called place. Under the place, test.yml file. Create a folder task. Under the task, 3 playbooks. Environment.yml, firewall.yml, placeholder.yml. These are the format for our practice. Create an ansible.cfg file with our standard templates. Create an inventory file with 3 servers. Create an environment.yml playbook file. In the environment.yml playbook file, the name of the playbook is install the package. Using DNF module, name of the DNF module is package, state latest. Second task, the name of the second task, start the service. Service module, name of service is service. Enable equal true, state is started. Create a playbook file under the task folder firewall.yml. In the firewall.yml file, the name of the playbook is install the firewall. Using DNF module, name of the module is firewall underscore pkg. State is latest. Second task, start the firewall. Using service module, name of the service module is firewall underscore sbc. Enable is true, state is started. Third task, open the port for rule. Firewall D module, service is item, immediate equal to true, permanent is true, state is enabled with a loop of the rules. Create a playbook file under the task folder called placeholder.yml. Name of the playbook file is create placeholder file using copy module. Content is Ansible underscore facts, fqdn, has been customized using Ansible. Destination is file variables. Under the play folders, create a playbook file called test.yml. The name of the playbook is test web server. Host is local host. Become no. Name of the task is connect to internet web server using URI module. URL equal to URL variables. Status underscore code is 200. Create a playbook file. On the playbook file, the name of the playbook is configure web server. Host is server1.lab.example.com. Gather underscore facts is yes. Task number 1. Include the environment task file and set the variable. We use the include underscore task option to include the task slash environment.yml file. With the variables package is HTTPD, service is HTTPD. When condition Ansible underscore facts bracket OS underscore family is equal to red hat. Finally, we run the playbook file. The playbook first gather facts for server 1. Perform the next task, include the environment.yml file. Next task is install the HTTPD, following the task of start the HTTPD service. After that, it will install the firewall task, start the firewall tasks, and it will open the port for HTTPD and HTTPS. Task for create placeholder file, task to test web server, task to gather facts, task to connect to internet web server. Total change is 4. This topic is about troubleshooting playbooks. Number 1. Logs. We can include log files in Ansible CFG file using the log_path equal to ansible.log. This will store all the logs in this file for better troubleshooting. Here's an example of the log file. From the log file, when we tilt the ansible.log, we can see there's an error and the RC equal to 1. We can create a test playbook for errors using a single task called install HTTP service. Using DNF module, the name as HTTP state is present. Take note, we intentionally name the HTTP as HTTPS so that we can create an error. Number 2. Using syntax check. Before we run any playbook, we always use --syntax check to check all the syntax of the playbook. Number 3. Verbosity. We can use -VVVV with 4V to view more information when we run the playbooks. Number 4. Run and check. We can use the --check command to perform a smoke test on the playbook. This will execute the playbook without changing the managed host. Number 5. Using steps. For this test, create a playbook with 3 tasks. Task number 1, install HTTP service. Task number 2, install Samba service. Task number 3, check status. We can use the -step option to run through the playbook one at a time. This will interactively prompt for confirmation before you run any task. Number 6. List tasks. Using the -list-tasks, you can list out all the tasks and select any task you want to execute. Number 7. Start at tasks. After you list out the tasks, you can use the -start-at-task equal to the name of the task that you want to execute.